Good morning. Here I am, day 3. And guess what? Guess what I have for breakfast? Eggs. Yep, told you. I eat eggs for breakfast. I eat them boiled because it's just so much easier for me to boil up a bunch of eggs all at once and then eat them over the next couple of days. So, anyway, last night I managed to make it without having popcorn at the movie. Actually, it was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Yay! So, yeah. I watched everybody come in. They had their big boxes of popcorn and they had their big sodas, and I was like, ah, and the smell, and But then I reminded myself, yep, I'm doing this for a reason. I just want to see. It's a big challenge for me to see how I can, manage, how self-sufficient am I really? Yes, obviously there are outside inputs. I have to buy feed for the chickens, for example. I have to, buy seed. I have other things, but, very, very small things that I have to buy. I gotta buy water, for example. So, the question is, how self-sufficient can I be? How productive is my yard? How productive is what I'm doing? If I can feed myself with what I'm doing, then I think I'm doing a good job, and I think that is a good test of how well I'm doing. If I'm doing all of what I'm doing, all this work, and all I'm doing is just work and getting nothing out of it, then there's no point, is there? So this 7-day challenge is not just a challenge for, my food preferences, my palate, my stomach, but it's also a challenge as to how productive am I really? Can I really survive long term on this? I doubt it. I don't have enough to survive long term. But short term, yeah, a week or two, yeah, I won't starve. Okay, maybe a month, and then the seasons change, and then, I won't starve, but, this is a good gauge for me as well to see where I can improve and how much I can improve upon. Anyway, breakfast. Here I am, lunchtime. It's after 2 o'clock, it's late, but I already told you that I generally don't have time to eat lunch. So the fact that I'm actually sitting down to have something that's pretty good. So here's what I have. I have grapefruit that I just picked from the tree. And my favorite way to have grapefruit is with a sprinkle of sugar on the top. I split it in half, cut it into pieces, I loosen the pieces, sprinkle sugar, but I can't use sugar this week, so I decided I'm going to use honey. We'll see how the honey works, because, it's a sweetener. Wow, it's pretty good with the honey. I think I'm going to be doing that more often because it was really nice. It added an extra dimension to the fruit. That was really nice. A lot of times with grapefruit, there's this bitterness to it. The sugar helps to take away the bitterness, but I found that the honey does an even better job. So, yeah, I will likely be doing this again. Not to say that I don't like it with the sugar, but this is definitely a good way to have grapefruit with honey. Today's actually quite warm. I just came in from the city. It was 36 degrees Celsius, and it was only a fraction cooler here at 33. Wow. It's a warm day. So, I'm going to eat the grapefruit, spend some time with the birds that you hear in the background, And then I'm likely going to get into my swimming pool to cool off before going back to work at the farm again. For dinner, I'm going to have something different. I've got quail breasts over here, and I have mallow leaves that I had canned a few months ago. That's interesting. I've never had mallow leaves canned before. I eat them in salads, but this will be the first time that I eat them cooked. So I've got quail breasts, mallow leaves, and then over here I have got pickled carrots, also from my garden. These are delicious. So this is going to be a very, very interesting dinner. Absolutely, that's the thing. When you have to be self-sufficient or you're limited in what you can buy, you've got to be quite creative. Well, let's see how it tastes. This is the mallow. It's the first time I'm having it cooked. Let's see. It tastes very green. Very, very green. But good. A good kind of green. And the quail I had canned, so they're nice and stringy. Very good. Here, I'll bring you in. This is what it looks like. This is a delicious meal. Absolutely delicious. There you go. I'm gonna have my lemon juice to drink. Very good. Well, this wraps up day 3. Very interesting. I was so tempted today. So tempted to just go to the local mini market, get a bag of potato chips, some cream cheese. But I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And I'm glad, because this is a much, 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 much better dinner, and it tastes good too.